Hello beautiful souls and welcome. This week's tarot and oracle reading will be using the Animal Totem tarot deck to just see what kind of energies are surrounding us. This is a timeless reading. I put them out weekly, but it doesn't mean that this is time specific. This is also for the collective conscious. So if this message doesn't resonate with you, perfectly fine. I have tons of other videos and hopefully you'll give them a watch. If you do enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button and all those other fun YouTube things like hitting the like button and sharing this with all of your friends. So let's see, what kind of energies are we starting with this week? Okay, so we are starting with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Did that work? Sorry guys, I'm learning my camera, but Two of Pentacles in reverse. So this is making me feel like you're feeling very disorganized or even overwhelmed with something recently. Like you can't, and like very disorganized in terms of mental clutter, not necessarily your physical space, but more mentally. It could be your physical space, it could be, you're feeling discombobulated mentally because your physical space is just all over the place. So it could be, literally take time to clean this week. Take time to get rid of what you are no longer using. Take time to do a deep clean and make sure you know where everything is. But also, do that mentally as well. Take an inventory of what you're holding onto in your head. Like, what are the stories that you keep repeating over and over and over to yourself? Sometimes we need to actually sit with our thoughts and be aware of what we're telling ourselves and what we keep saying over and over and over again. Because I feel like that cluttered thoughts, like things might just be coming in, like I'm feeling very bombarded with just like all these different thoughts. And it's like you can't see clearly, you can't think clearly because there's just so much coming at you. There's so much noise going on in your head. I feel like it's just time to take a deep breath, let it out, and release some of that mental clutter that is just hanging around. We have the Hierophant in reverse. Everything seems to be in reverse today. No, I am not holding my cards upside down, but everything seems to be in reverse. Why are we so in reverse? Sorry, I'm looking down. I put the cards on the ground there. Okay, the Hierophant in reverse with this Two of Pentacles. Okay, it's like your personal beliefs are being called into question here with this. Again, this mental clutter could be coming around your personal beliefs, around who you are, around what you're capable of, around what I'm feeling like a lot of this mental clutter is coming from you not feeling confident in who you are. Not necessarily on a physical level, but kind of like on a grand scheme of things. You may not be pleased with your physical appearance, but you also may not be pleased with perhaps your education level, or you might not be pleased with your job status, and I feel like for some of you, like there's this deep desire to prove yourself, this deep desire to turn the things around and make something more for yourself, but you just don't quite know how to do it. And it's interesting imagery here, okay, because we have the two keys there, we have the Two Pentacles there, right? These are opportunities that are available to you, but you just can't see them, you can't grasp them, you might know that they're there, but you just can't fathom how you can connect that with your current reality. It's almost like it's just out of reach. Like you're reaching and you're reaching and you're reaching, but you're just this much too short, this much too far away, this much, but this much is not a lot. How can you make up that little amount? It seems like it's such a vast and overwhelming thing. But we have the Emperor. I laugh because I actually saw this card on the bottom of the deck when I pulled the Hierophant out. And I have shuffled this since. And then out he came. He's like, you were not paying attention to me. And here I am. And that's the kind of energy. It's you're not paying attention to you. To your desires, to your strengths, to what it is that you want. Perhaps you're feeling like you're all discombobulated here, like this very frantic, scattered energy, because you're not paying attention to what it is that you want. You're not paying attention to who you are. You're paying too much attention to what other people want. You're paying too much attention to what social media is saying. You're paying too much attention to outside things, which is just cluttering up your mind. This silverback gorilla has one thing on his mind, and that is protecting his family, keeping himself safe, feeding his family, feeding himself. He's not concerned about the outside world. He's concerned about survival. And he's going to do what it takes to protect, right? If you look, they have the large pile of fruit beside him, right? That is what he has worked hard for. But, that large pile of fruit's never going to be enough, right? It never is anything ever enough, right? And that's the kind of energy here. Like what you're doing is just not enough. But do you think not having enough fruit is stopping this gorilla? No. He's going, I don't have enough, so I'm going to go get more. He will continue to work, continue to go get more. And while he may never have enough to last forever, he will have enough for today. He will have enough for tomorrow. And when supplies dwindle, he will go get more. And that's kind of just how life is. Like, when things get tough, we need to find a way to get more. Whether it's more sustenance, more protection, more love, more community, right? And especially now with, global circumstances being what they are, it can seem like the norm of what we're used to is so far off, so skewed. And for a long time, people were talking about the new normal and how we have to get used to this new normal. But it's hard to get used to a new normal. And honestly, I don't think I've heard anyone in terms of media outlets saying the new normal recently. And that's because the concept of a new normal doesn't really exist, because normal doesn't really exist. Everyone's circumstances are different, everyone's days are different, everyone's emotions are different, and every day for every person can be different. Sure, there may be things that we do, habitually. You might have the same morning routine every day. You get up, you have a shower, you brush your teeth, you take a poop, that might be your normal, right? But then there might be a day when you get startled out of bed because you overslept and you miss out on that routine. You just get dressed as quickly as you can, pop some gum, get out the door, right? Your bowels are all messed up. You forgot to brush your teeth. You didn't have your shower, so you're not feeling alert. But that doesn't mean that is your new normal. That doesn't mean that that day isn't going to progress as it should. It's just a hiccup in the plan. So as we move forward and as we continue on, we need to remember what our priorities are. This gorilla, the Emperor, knows what his priorities are. He knows what his strengths are. He also knows what his weaknesses. he also knows what his weaknesses are. And by balancing those strengths and weaknesses and working to build those weaknesses and working to promote his strengths, he will do what he needs to do to get his job done. And that's what I feel you need to do. I know this doesn't have to be, a physical job. It's just a metaphor for life, right? Life is kind of our job. We have to work every day as if it's our last, because ultimately we never really know when will be our last day. So let's work and enjoy and live in every moment, focusing on our strengths and working to improve our weaknesses whenever we can. And I think it all starts with decluttering the mind. Okay? So that is your message from the Animal Totem Tarot. I want to pull an affirmation card to finish out our reading today. Let's pull one from Miracles now, just to get a positive affirmation to take with us, to bring with us throughout the day. A couple came out. So we have, when I've overshared, I simply say, wait. W-A-I-T. Why am I talking? Okay. And then it says, I can find peace in every breath. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And go about your day. Trust yourself. Trust your camera to focus, even though it's not going to. Okay. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Bye.